All I want, me and you. Hey guys, what's up? We're here for Ben Shelton taking on Carlos Alcaraz. Alcaraz is serving to start us off here. We get the score up here. We just came from the center match. It's a lob long, by the way, from Alcaraz, love 30. Just came from the center match. Center taking on Why am I up here? I'm an idiot. Who did we just watch? Berrettini, of course. Oh my God. Center taking on Berrettini. Just commentated about Berrettini for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Forgot who was playing. 15:30 here. Anyway, Alcaraz taking on Shelton here. And it's 15:30. I promise I know some stuff. For self-serving for the second set at 5-3. Oh, really? Yeah, wow. First set was really close. Max Purcell has showed up this year as like a really, really talented player in singles. Like people who are following doubles, we know he can play doubles, but he's really showed up in singles, and it's good to see. Big forehand return from Shelton. Wow, 15-40. I didn't expect this. 15-40. I mean, listen, Alcaraz has had a few tough early round matches in Masters tournaments. He lost to Morazan in Rome earlier this season. He had a really tight one against Ruusuvuori, where Ruusuvuori was really, it looked like he had the momentum in, where was it, Madrid, Monte Carlo? And I think it was in Madrid, and Alcaraz ended up pulling it away. He's had a few close ones in the beginnings of some Masters tournaments. But I don't know. I think I'm definitely feeling like I like Alcaraz in this matchup, especially with Ben Shelton's recent form. And I just feel like his recent form really hasn't been there. But yeah, it's 30-40 here. Another break point. First serve into the net. Second serve. A lot of eyes on Alcaraz after his win in Wimbledon. And we'll get to that too. Talk about that. Backhand from Shelton. The forehand of Alcaraz. That's a great pass pickup. Forehand backhand. Oh, Shelton had it. Shelton had it, and he kind of blotched the volley. It's deuce. It's deuce. Shelton gives out a smile because he knows he had it. I mean, something I think we're definitely going to see in this match is crazy shot making. There's no doubt about that. We're going to see some crazy shot making. So I'm excited about that. We're at deuce here. 0-0 deuce. 3 minutes into this one. 3 minutes in. Big serve down the line from Alcaraz. Saves 2 break points. Gets to advantage. Gets to advantage. Yeah, it's the first time that these two have played. Both very young players, of course. First serve into the backhand of Shelton. Right on the baseline. Huge backhand from Shelton. I like that. Forehand cross. Wow. Shelton showing up. Shelton showing up. We like that. We like that. But yeah, anyway, we're here for Alcaraz Shelton. Early rounds of Canada. It's Anthony here, QualityShot Tennis. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We're at deuce here in this match. Great match so far. Yeah, I think so. I feel it. Like and sub. That's it. Don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new. QualityShot Tennis. That's where you want to be. Serve out wide. Forehand from Alcaraz. Goes long, though. Advantage. Faison, yeah, Faison and chat. What's up, Osaka Net? Glad to have you in here. Glad to have you in here. We're at advantage. 5 minutes into this. 5 minutes into this one. Shelton's he's brought some heat off the ground strokes. It's the first time that these two have played, both 20 years of age. Alcaraz, obviously, the far more achieved player so far, but he's also been around on tour longer, and Shelton's a good player. Quarterfinals of Australia this year. It's advantage to Shelton. Alcaraz to serve. Shelton forehand. Shelton backs up on the serve and tries to hit it from there. Really take a swing at it. He overhits it. Deuce. He overhits it. It's gonna be a good match though. I think it's gonna be a good night session match. Good shot making. But this is a big game to start up here. This game might kind of prove to be a big one, even though it's the first game of the match. At least for Shelton. At least where Shelton's concerned. If he's gonna really do something here. Forehand of Shelton. Forehand from Alcaraz just skids off the baseline. Hey, what's up? We got Max M. What's up? What's up, Max? Here for Alcaraz versus Shelton. We're gonna enjoy this one. Night session match. Serve out wide, goes wide from Alcaraz. Forehand from Shelton. That's huge down the middle. Alcaraz leaves it because he just can't believe it, I think. Back to deuce. It's good for his game. It's turning out to be a good match so far, for sure. Faison just found out US Open's on Sky Sports this year. Absolutely gutted. Don't know what I'm going to do. My TV don't have it. I'm UK. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Forehand is pushed long from Shelton. I know there's a website in the there's Bet365, which often has different matches going on in the UK. There's also Sky Bet, which often has matches going on in the UK. You don't have to. It's a betting site, but they also have coverage for it. If you just pay, I think like $5-10, you can watch some matches on there. It's advantage to Alcaraz puts away an ace, but yeah, if you're in the UK, don't know where to watch, that could be something. Hate to say it, but Shelton had a cream pie draw, had a cream puff draw in the Aussie. Yeah, he had an easy draw. I mean, listen, people have easy draws at majors though, but it's about you get the draw and you still finish it off anyway. That's what it is. Yeah, by ain't in US side. No, these are UK sites. These are sites in the UK as well. Bet365 and Skybet. They're available in England as well. I know it because some of the whatever. But yeah, those are a few sites. It is on ESPN, the United States, and ESPN Plus. They're showing qualifying on ESPN News. Oh yeah, it was a response to that. Yeah. Yeah, there are going to be places that are showing it. US Open is pretty good for coverage. I think you should be able to find a place to watch it. A few deuces already in this game, dang, or in this set. Yeah, it's been close so far. It's been interesting. Shelton's really brought the heat. If Alcaraz is tested, then he's tested when the other guy's really attacking their shots and stepping in. So that's if Ben Shelton can do that, then you never know. He has a big serve. If he can be solid, not hit a whole lot of errors, and just be clutch, then Shelton could do something. He's got to hit that big game. There's no doubt about it. Return goes long from Alcaraz off a huge serve from Shelton. $15 here. They're showing Brian Shelton, who used to be a pro player himself. It's the dad and the coach of Ben Shelton. It's been on Amazon Prime the last few years. Prime Video, yeah, was so reliable. You got all the courts. Yeah, Prime Video can be good. Yeah, is it not going to be on Prime Video this year? $15 here. Forehand from Shelton. The forehand of Alcaraz misses the baseline. But yeah, I was talking that. Check out Bet365 if you can. It's not completely free, but you can watch matches on there if you're in the UK. I think it should have the US Open as well. 30-15. Serve down the line is a winner. It's 40-15 for Shelton. Serve down the line is a good serve from Shelton. We're at 1 game apiece. Shelton's brought the heat. He's brought the speed off the shots. See if Alcaraz can play a good ball here. Kokkinakis, by the way, watching on in the crowd. It's good to see. No Aussies on the court, but good to see Kokkinakis in the crowd. Cheering on good tennis. Kokkinakis earlier today losing a very close one against Lorenzo Musetti. Very close match. I thought Kokkinakis was going to pull it out, but that was always going to be tight no matter what happened. Second serve here for Carlos. Second serve here for Carlos. Backhand from Shelton. Goes long. 15-love. Shelton hits a huge forehand after missing that one right down the middle, right to where Alcaraz is standing, but puts up a hand to apologize. Don't think he was trying to do that. It's 15-love for Alcaraz. Backhand in the net from Shelton. 30-love for Carlitos. 30-love for Carlitos. But yeah, this is the first match that Carlos has played since Wimbledon. He is now 47-4 on the season, which is absolutely nuts. He is 47-4 on the season, which is wild. Shelton himself is not even close to that. He's 10-18 on the season, so just think about the difference in that. He's 13-21 in his career. Alcaraz like 80% win percentage in his career or something. I don't know the exact stat. But yeah, big difference in the 2 seasons. But it's a backhand of the net from Alcaraz, 30-15. Yeah, Ben Shelton, he had a great start to the season in Australia, but since then he's really lost the plot and hasn't been able to have any big wins or any big runs at all. Any runs at all. So he's hoping to pick that back up. This is a part of a season where he played well last year, which makes sense. North America, closer to where he grew up. He's actually from Georgia, where I'm from as well. But he moved to Florida at a young age, and he played for the Florida Gators in college before turning professional. Return goes long from Shelton, 40-15. Yeah, Alcaraz 47-4 on the season. I mean, his match against Djokovic is probably, I mean, think about how crazy that match was and how crazy it is now. And then think about that match in 15 to 20 years when Alcaraz has won whatever number he gets to in terms of majors, masters, whatever, how long he's at number 1, whatever, and how history looks back on Djokovic. By the way, huge forehand return from Shelton. Inside in, and it's perfectly in the corner. I thought it was going out, but it was perfectly in the corner. Avoided both of the lines, just perfect in that corner. 3 return winners from Shelton already. Crazy stuff. Great stuff from Shelton so far. Really promising. He seems like a fearless player as well, which is going to help in a big match like this. He's definitely fearless. It's a great speed off the shots of Shelton, which is really hurting Alcaraz. Deuce, if you want to hurt Alcaraz, you really want to push him back, not have him be dictating, really push him behind the court. That's really how you hurt Alcaraz so far in his career. Right, Deuce? Yeah, Alcaraz, this is his first match since Wimbledon. Think about however many majors Carlos wins, which can be any number between like 10 and 30 or whatever, or if you think less or if you think more. Can be pretty much any number. But when we're looking at this in that many years, how famous the victory against Djokovic is going to be. This is his first ATP match since that. He did play the Hopman Cup, but this is really his first tournament since that. Deuce here, backhand from Shelton to the backhand of Carlos, backhand Shelton to the backhand of Carlos, forehand from Shelton into is long. Advantage to Carlos. Advantage to Carlitos. 1 game all. Yeah, Alcaraz, listen, if we thought Alcaraz played amazing last year, then he's stepped up his game in such a big way this year. Obviously, he's mastered the grass courts, which is crazy for Alcaraz. He has like the best win percentage on grass courts in his first like whatever number of matches, like of anybody in history, like better than Federer. So that's something for him as well. Alcaraz fist bumps. He's escaped a few chances for Shelton. It's 2-1. But good for Shelton. Shelton's really fearlessly come out here hitting big. And he's gotten on a few of these Alcaraz service games. Listen, Alcaraz serve, it's really improved this year, but still not one of the best serves on the tour. Clearly not. So Shelton could find himself with a few chances if he really plays his best level. Shelton needs to be strong on serve too, because he's playing one of the best returners in the world. But yeah, Shelton's season 10-18 on the season. Like I said, he got to the round of quarterfinals in Australia. But look, since then he really hasn't won. Like his level since then has really been so up and down. I mean, after that, he lost to Giron, he lost to Runa, he lost to Fritz, Manarino. These are all first round matches at tournaments. He beats Fognini in Indian Wells, loses to Fritz. He then loses to Manarino. He beats Lestian, a Frenchman, loses to Thiem, loses to Dimitrov first round. He's barely winning matches at this point. He's just not winning any matches. He wins two, even when he played a challenger in Cagliari. I'm looking at his results right now. He beat Morozov and Zapiri, and then he loses to Jera in the semis. That's the only tournament since Australian Open where he won more than one match. And that was a challenger tournament. And then, he loses another. After that, he loses another 3 first rounds in a row, including to Cecchinato, Sonego. I mean, he's losing a lot of close matches, which you could say is he's young, lack of experience, and it might be, but if he wants to have a chance against Alcaraz, then that's not a really good sign. But he hasn't really played any huge top players in that span of time. I mean, I'm looking at it now. I mean, the top players he's played, Casper Ruud, he played in Barcelona. Taylor Fritz, he played in Indian Wells, played a 3-setter. So maybe he just picks up in big matches, but we've seen that before. But this is going to be tough against Alcaraz. 2-1 here for Carlos. 2-1 here for Carlos. But yeah, Shelton's really had an off and on season. Really has lost to a lot of much lower ranked players since Australia. And he just hasn't had a lot of wins since Australia, where he got 4 of them. Backhand into the net. Carlos fist bumps, left 15. But yeah, like I said, this is Alcaraz's first time playing in Toronto. It's his first time stepping up on these courts. He played in Montreal last year. He did lose in the first round of Canada last year, lost to Tommy Paul, who played a great match. Wow, great backhand return from Alcaraz for a passing shot, left 30. Left 30 for Carlos. But yeah. So now that Carlos has played Canada, he just has Shanghai in the ATP finals left of the annual big tournaments, also the Olympics. He has not played, but yeah, he's crossing him off the list. Shelton with the serve down the line. That's a great serve. Weird serve because Shelton's his stance was all the way to that doubles alley as if he was going to go out wide, and then he hits a perfect ace down the line. So I like that from Shelton. Shelton has the creativity off the serve as well. Now closer to that middle line. I like people switching up the service stance. That's it's good to see. Good to see. I like those switch ups. It's a kick serve down the middle of the box. Back in return from Alcaraz right off the baseline. Forehand from Alcaraz. It's too good cross court. Wicked forehand from Alcaraz, who's finding his rhythm. Alcaraz is finding the range. We're at 15-40, and this might get away from Shelton quickly, who wasn't able to finish off on some chances early on. And sometimes that's tennis. You have to be there from the get-go. You have to be there from the get-go, especially against a player like Carlos Alcaraz. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have something called TC Plus, but most courts don't have broadcasters. TC Plus has every tournament, and Roland Garros and ESPN Plus has the other 3 slams. Yeah. Those are good. Those are great things in the States. TC Plus, Tennis Channel. Tennis TV as well. Backhand volley. Ooh, Alcaraz nearly there with a slide. 30-40. We haven't seen any absolutely crazy shots yet. Alcaraz hit a pretty great backhand return earlier in this game, but we haven't seen any crazy shots from Alcaraz so far. That's when Alcaraz plays his best tennis, is when he's smiling, having fun out there, when he's hitting crazy shots. After he lost to Tommy Paul last year in Canada, in Montreal, but he said, I just wasn't happy out there. I was playing with too much pressure. Well, guess what? He's playing with even more pressure now. World number 1 just beat Djokovic at Wimbledon. What's going to end up being one of the most famous matches in the history of this game, I think, as long as the sport is played. Forehand cross into the backhand of Alcaraz into the net. We're at deuce. We're at deuce. That match that Alcaraz played against Djokovic, the way that it unfolded, I really think that's going to end up being one of the more famous matches. We're at deuce because Djokovic isn't a regular player. Listen, we're going to see great players throughout history, but I mean, I guess nobody's probably doubting me, but but I think that's going to end up being one of the bigger matches that we'll ever see. Forehand into the forehand of Shelton, goes long, advantage. Right, advantage for Alcaraz. Yeah, Alcaraz lost. I mean, Alcaraz has been very good at big tournaments early on in his careers, Masters, Majors. But this part of the season, up until the U.S. Open, he lost early in Canada in Cincinnati. So he'll need to do better this year. Like I said, it is Toronto. They are playing on different courts, but you'll still remember what happened a year ago. Shelton goes for a big second serve and doesn't pay off. It's a double fault 3-1. Not a smart choice from Shelton. That was not a smart choice from Shelton. Three-one here for Alcaraz. Alcaraz with the early break. I said it. Listen, I said it in that first game. This could end up being more crucial than it seems at the moment, and I think that's what we're seeing here. Alcaraz with the momentum. Serve out wide. Alcaraz comes to net. Backhand volley past Shelton. I mean, it just makes it look so easy out there. Lob behind Alcaraz is long. 15 love. Alcaraz makes it look so easy. Smash going as expected. Yeah, the only thing was that I didn't expect Shelton to have so many chances early on Alcaraz's serve. If he continues that, then maybe he could climb back in the set and give himself more chances. But yeah, at this point, it is Alcaraz who's cruising and only doing better and better. That return game was a step up from Alcaraz from the first three games. Frustrating as Sky Sports is only sport on certain TVs. Prime was so reliable as I already had a subscription. Oh, big forehand, backhand. Shelton forehand. That's a winner. Cross score, 15-all. Let's see if Shelton can make this tight. Yeah, Sky. Yeah, that's tough that Prime doesn't have one. And yeah, Osaka. I would just check out. I would check out Bet365. I think that's a good site as well. It does have some of the matches, and even if you don't necessarily say to put out any bets, but that's a site that has some free stuff if you're in the UK. But yeah, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough if you're not in the US. Tennis TV, but Tennis TV is more expensive as well, but Tennis TV is great. 15-all. Kick serve into the forehand of Shelton. He goes inside out with it, but it goes out 30-15. Shelton still just has a few hitches in his game. He's still trying to get to the point where he's more clutch and finishes off with his chances. Listen, he's 10-18 on the season. Like I said, he's whatever. He's what is that? 6-17 outside of Australia. But he's also he's lost a lot of close matches, and just hasn't been able to clutch up in the close matches. So we'll see if Shelton is able to do that. Serve to the backhand of Shelton. It's it long. 40-15 for Alcaraz. 40-15 for Alcaraz. But yeah, thank you guys for joining in. Don't forget to like and sub as well if you're enjoying it. Does help out the channel, and yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it. You guys are enjoying the coverage. Alcaraz here serving at 40-15. Serve out wide, back in from Shelton. Back in volley of Alcaraz, but he hits out. Shelton still runs for it. Okay, we'll check it out. Cheers, Anthony. Yeah, no problem. You don't have to even put out anything on there. You don't have to do anything on there. It's just it has the matches for free. So yeah, 40-30. 40-30 here. One good thing about TC Plus, they have both the men and the women. Yeah, it's true. That's true. That's one thing that TC Plus is better than Tennis TV. Tennis TV's only got the men's matches, which sucks. 40-30. Alcaraz serve into the backhand of Shelton. Alcaraz forehand into the backhand of Shelton. The backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Shelton. Down the middle into forehand of Alcaraz. Backhand into the net from Shelton. 4-1. 4-1 for Carlos. 4-1 for Carlos here. Let's look at the other scores going on the courts. Purcell took the second set against Murray. Winner of that one plays Jannik Sinner in the third round. Purcell up a break in the third set. Wow. Leylah Fernandez couldn't put away the second set, so now she's in a tight three-setter against Haddad Maya. Let's see what Leylah can do there. Yeah, 4-1 here for Carlos. 4-1 here for Carlos. Something I'm curious about is how well Carlos has done on his serve so far, because Shelton really had a bunch of chances on the Carlos serve, so he might get another one. We'll keep an eye on that. 52% first serves in. That can first serve percentage can be a problem now and again for Alcaraz. He's only 57% on second serve, so he'll want to get that up. But all around, it's been pretty good level so far from both. I guess on serve, Shelton should be doing better, even though it's mostly Alcaraz is returning. As to why he's not, but I think 57% first serves. Anyway, both guys can make more first serves, but I don't know. Let's see if Shelton can keep holding strong on his serve. Maybe he'll get more chances for on the serve of Shelton. Murray gets a ball abuse warning stuff. Yeah, well, Murray's not afraid to show his emotions out there. Murray will show his emotions out there. I'd love to see a Murray Sinner match. I'm rooting for that. Actually, I want to look up if they played before Murray Sinner. I have a feeling they have, but I don't know. It's possible they haven't. They have played before, yeah. It's 1-1 in the center. 1-1 in the center. Murray head-to-head. Center won last year in Dubai in straight sets. Murray won the year before. Interesting. It would be their third meeting. I'd like to see that happen, though. Where can I watch video? Please tell. Tennis Channel should have it. Also Tennis TV. But that's not free. But Tennis Channel should have it. Don't know about another link. Backhand off the return from Alcaraz. Forehand from Shelton to the backhand. Alcaraz hits the tape, goes over. Forehand from Shelton. Backhand from Alcaraz. Forehand of Shelton. Backhand from Alcaraz. Forehand of Shelton. Forehand. Big forehand. Oh, that's a winner from Shelton. 15 love. That got Shelton excited. That gets Shelton excited. Yeah, I'm just here doing a play-by-play. I don't know where I'm. I can't share the stream the match or anything, but I'm here just doing a play-by-play. Hopefully that's interesting as well. 15 love. We're almost half an hour into this one. By the way, that was the first point that they played over 9 shots, which is a crazy stat. Forehand from Shelton on the defense. Drop shot. Shelton's still running for it, but there's no way. Alcaraz too clean with the drop shots. It's 15 all. It's too clean with the drop shots. To the annoyance of Shelton. 15 all. First serve is long. Second serve. Serve forehand from Alcaraz. Shanked into the crowd. Shanked into the crowd. Kick serve from Shelton out wide. Forehand from Shelton to the forehand from Carlos nearly carves that over the net, but it's 40-15 for Shelton. Carlos nearly carves it, but it's in the net. It is on Tennis Channel, okay? I have Murray on TC Plus, and it is decided to go bananas. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Murray. Yeah, that match seems crazy. It's 4-3 here? 4-3 for Purcell Purcell at the break. Good playing from Purcell. Takes out FA and now is up on Murray in the third set. Shelton volley in the net, 40-30. Shelton at 40-30. Backhand from Carlos. No, it's another serve from Shelton. The picture keeps going in and out. Oh, gotcha, Matt. Yeah, it sucks. Hey, when that happens. It's a return long from Carlos. We're at 4-2. We are at 4-2. Yeah, if Carlos keeps playing like this level, listen, we thought Carlos last year had pretty much one of the better tennis seasons we've seen, but listen, this year, we've really if Carlos keeps going with these same results, the same level, then he's gonna have an all-time level season. It's only a matter of if he keeps up the same level. 47-4 on the season. He's got Wimbledon under the belt. He won in Madrid. What else? He's had some good results. So he missed out on Australia to start the year, but French Open semis, lost to Djokovic. Forehand way up high from Alcaraz. Forehand of Shelton. Shelton kind of goes for this kind of buggy whip forehand and he mishits it. It's a hard shot what he was going for. Hey, we got Ghost in chat. Ghost always energizes up the streams. Ball abuse, hello. I always think it's a weird term too. Hi, Ghost, yeah. Ghost in here. I was hoping Ben Shelton can win another game. Yeah, I'm hoping Shelton makes this close. That was a fun first few games. Let's see if Shelton can make this closer. Leyland, Haddad, Meyer are in a good one right now. Yeah, that seems good in the third set. Yeah, I'm a big Layla fan, and I hope Layla can do something. I like Haddad Maya as well. Haddad Maya had an underrated run at Roland Garros. She pulled through a lot of close matches, so she's a master of that. Well, so Layla's pulled through a few close ones as well in her day. Young career, I should say. That should be interesting over there. And he did. Yep. That's it. Yep. He got another game. Serve, back on turn from Shelton. Forehand from Alcaraz. Goes long. Usually have to pay extra for ball. Ghost, you're on the wrong stream, Ghost. This isn't the stream for you. I think you're watching the wrong stream. It's 30:15 here. Come on, Shelton. See if Shelton can do it. At 30:15. 34 minutes into this one. 4-2. Carlos serve out wide. Shelton forehand. Backhand slice into the backhand of Shelton. Forehand of Carlos. Goes over the net. Backhand goes long from Shelton. It's 40-15 for Carlos. Try and serve it out for 5-2. It's getting late over here. Thanks for the coverage tonight, Anthony. Thanks, Chad. Sayonara. Yeah, see you later, Osaka. Always good to have you. Come back. Hope to see you for the next streams as well. Sayonara. Alcaraz goes for I don't know what Alcaraz is doing. Alcaraz goes for the most low percentage shot I've seen all day. Alcaraz goes for a backhand half volley. He had an easy cross-court half volley shot, and he goes for this drop volley backspin, side spin, weird shot right in front of the net, which was never going to work. He was way too close to the net. He was way too close to the sideline, too. Anyway, let's see if that comes back to haunt him, but this is Alcaraz with another serve here. Serve out wide. Shelton block. Return goes in. Forehand from Alcaraz into another chip from Shelton. Forehand from Alcaraz. Inside in. Backhand way up high from... and it's a smash from Alcaraz. Alcaraz at 5-2. That wasn't an easy smash. I think that Layla match is still a day match. Is going to be another late night in Montreal. That's true. I love how women's has Montreal and men's has Toronto. Always fun. And both always switch through. They switch every year. I love that. There's something special about that. It's cool. I like Toronto and Montreal. They do have a different feel about them, which makes it good. It's almost 1 a.m. in London. Okay, got you. Yeah, well, thanks for staying up, Ghost. Ghost, you're a legend in the chat. Anthony's response. Yeah, I have to deal with Ghost and the crazy comments that I get from Ghost. I have to kind of handle through them, but I love it. Keep them going. 15:30, by the way, in this Fernandez Haddon Maya match. Montreal seems more feminine than Toronto somehow. Well, it is this year. Definitely is this year. But I don't know. I like both. Montreal and Toronto are cool. Toronto definitely has like a kind of darker blue surrounding the courts. That might be why you're getting that feel. But either way, it's kind of interesting. I'm actually interested by that Haddon Maya Fernandez match. I'm gonna see if I can catch it here and maybe do a little bit of the call, just a little bit on the side. Mostly do this Alcaraz. Still here for the Alcaraz Shelton. I'm gonna see if I can get that for if it gets interesting. All right, Shelton here serving at 2-5. And Shelton gives away another free service points. Left 15 here. It's left 15 here. Forehand goes long from Alcaraz on the return. I don't think Ghost can deal with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah. Or Atlanta, haha. Hmm. Yeah, Real Housewives of Atlanta is a real thing. That's a huge show, to be honest. Backhand down the middle, backhand lob from Alcaraz, forehand smash. Shelton is good. That's good to get around that shot 30-15. That's good to get around that shot 30-15. In Montreal, they speak French. Yeah, they do. They do. That's true. Yeah. I went to Montreal when I was super small to Canada. I got to go to the Canadian Open as well, even though I don't remember it at all. But that was the last professional tournament that I've been to outside of the Atlanta Open. I really want to go to more now that I'm super involved with the sport. I'd love to go to more. Forehand into the backhand of Carlos. Forehand from Shelton to the forehand of Carlos. Goes for a shot inside in, but it's in the net. 40-15. Goes for a shot, but it's in the net. 40-15. 38 minutes into this one. Yeah, who we got in the chat? We got Matt, Max, Ghost. We had Osaka Net in here. We got David. David Macha Viriani. A lot of people in here. Good to see. Good to see. 5-3 here. Let's see if Alcaraz can serve this out. Listen, first couple service games that Alcaraz had, Shelton had break points. So let's see what Shelton can do. I'm better suited for the real side pieces of San Diego or something like that. Okay. All right. I hope Ben can improve and evolve his playing style. Yeah, I'd love to see Shelton improve the rest of his game outside the serve. That'd be great to see. And I want him to be more clutch because he's lost a lot of matches that really got super tight, but they're not. He's just not able to be clutch enough in those moments. So I'd love to see him improve on the mental side as well, but it comes with experience. We'll see, but he needs to improve on really being more consistent off the forehand and improving on that shot, and definitely not having his backhand be such an attackable shot. Have you heard anything more about Cincy maybe getting moved out of a higher? I haven't heard anything about that ever since the news of that. I don't think anything else has come out, but that'd be interesting. I hope it doesn't happen, to be honest. I hope it stays in Cincinnati. There's something special about Cincinnati. I kind of hope since that it stays like that, but we'll see what happens. It's 15-all here. Maybe you and I can credential the U.S. Open next year, Matt. We're getting media credentials at the U.S. Open, Matt. So that's just a sure thing. You and I are getting media credentials next year, U.S. Open. We're going there. That's for sure. That's a sure thing. But we got to apply earlier. I tried to now, and it said like deadline May or something. So, but yeah, anybody who doesn't know, I got to go to the Atlanta Open as media. I got to interview some of the players, which was crazy. There's a video on the QualityShot Tennis channel of me interviewing Taylor Fritz, of me interviewing Kei Nishikori in Atlanta. So that was super fun to go there as media. But yeah, Matt, it would be super fun to go to some other tournaments like U.S. Open. Does one get journal credentials for the U.S. Open? Do they have high standards? Yeah, they have the highest. I try to apply to U.S. Open. Like, you have to have an official email thing. Like, it's got to be the most, like, they're super careful about who's who's let in as a journalist. So, but I want to try. Backhand way up high to the forehand of Shelton. Backhand from Alcaraz hits over to the backhand lob way up high from Shelton. Is that going in? Goes just long. 40-15. Alcaraz with a couple of set points. It's a little bit scary for Alcaraz at the start of this set. It was Shelton who's really hitting with a lot of pace and pushing Alcaraz back. But Alcaraz really upped his level, and since then it's been Alcaraz. And Alcaraz has been able to dictate way more. And that's when Alcaraz is playing his best tennis. 40-15. Serve out wide. Back return goes wide. 6-3. Carlos wins his first set since Wimbledon. 6-3 over Ben Shelton. 6-3 over Ben Shelton. Good set from Alcaraz. Really picked it up after 2-1. After that 2-1 game, he really picked it up. By the way, Alcaraz, whoever the winner of this match plays Hurkacz, so it could be an Alcaraz-Hurkacz match in the next round. That's a tough draw for Hubie, who got to the final of Canada last year. So I want to look up if Hurkacz doesn't defend, if he loses his next match against Carlos potentially. I want to see what his ranking is going to be. He'll be 20th in the world if he loses his next match. So likely Hurkacz will be number 20. If somebody doesn't move ahead of him as well, that's 20 in the live ranking. So there are a few people who could catch up to him. But it would take a lot. Sebastian Korda, for example, if he makes the quarters or the semis, he could pass Hubie, Cerundolo. But yeah, anyway, Hurkacz will want to defend those points, and he's going to have to go through Alcaraz to do it, which is it's going to be tough. Let's look at the set one stats too, real quick. Alcaraz didn't do good on getting first serves in, but when he got first serves in, he did pretty well. Not amazing. He wasn't amazing on serve. Shelton had his chances, but on return, he did phenomenal. And look at these stats for Shelton. It's like 67%, 56%, 56%. With his serving capabilities, that's not good. And both doing well, winners to errors. It was a high-level set, but it was Alcaraz who ran away with it at the end of it. And it was just the one break that did it. 6-3. Yeah, second set soon underway. Murray broke at 5-3, now on serve at 5-5. The Jimmy Connors of our generation. That's Murray. He'll fight back. What was it? First 10 matches of this year, all of them went he was saving match points. He was coming back in matches. All of them were at least 3 hours long or something. I think he played 6 or 7 matches straight that were all over 3 hours long. Murray is a marathon man. He's doing it all with a metal hip. Forehand shanked, but it goes into the court from Shelton. First point of the second set. Big forehand from Alcaraz. Just missed the baseline long. 15-love. We'll see. I got, before the match started, I kind of felt like this might be pretty much streamlined from Alcaraz, but Shelton had some chances to start out that first set. Let's see if Shelton can get some chances on Alcaraz's serve. As long as he keeps holding strong behind his own. Alcaraz hasn't been doing unbelievable off his serve, so. Slice from Alcaraz to the forehand of Shelton. Back in from Alcaraz. Crossing the forehand of Shelton. Huge down the line, but goes long. 15-all. Alcaraz fist bumps. Carlos is definitely Wolverine. It's looking like it, yeah. I have that Wolverine vibe. I get that. Murray and Connors were pretty in terms of temperament. Oh, yeah. Both were gritty as hell. They definitely had that in common. Yep. Couldn't agree more. That's true. I mean, Murray shows his emotions out there, but he's always very... I don't know. He's very, he's one of the nicer players on the tour, for sure. Shelton serving at 15-30. Carlos with half a chance here in this first game. Shelton serve, misses the line. Second serve. Big chance here for Carlos. Forehand return from Carlos. Whip high goes out 30-all. Not a few bad errors from Carlos here. My bad. Murray down 5-4. Yeah. I'm going to miss Murray when he's gone. Yeah. Listen, Murray is. I've said the story before. I mean, my probably the biggest story in tennis when it comes to me is related to Murray. I mean, the first match that I ever watched clips of live of a tennis match, I remember watching are of Andy Murray. It was Murray coming back from 2-0 against Richard Gasquet at Wimbledon 2008, where I was watching that match live. And then it was also, and then I stopped watching tennis for a few years, for like a year or so, a couple of years ago. I'll tell that story in a second. By the way, Shelton survives the game 1-0 for Shelton. I see Shelton make it close in the second set. But I stopped watching professional tennis for a little bit from about mid 2017 to early 2019, which I always regret because I'm a big Federer fan, and that was around when Federer was number one for the last time. I caught a little bit here and there, but I really just I don't know. I had to have a break from the sport, and I don't know. I just stopped watching for a bit, but then it was I got recommended on YouTube. I got recommended Andy Murray retirement video, like Andy Murray retires. Which, by the way, after I watched that, I was like, he didn't say he'd retire. Like I watched that video, I was like, he didn't really say I'm retiring, but which he ended up not doing. But anyway, he was like, I might be done. I'm still hoping to play Wimbledon. But anyway, it was the name of the video was Andy Murray retires. And that I was like, whoa, that's one of the big guys. And it got me right back into tennis. So my connection with watching professional tennis is directly related to Murray. And I've always liked Murray's game. I've only liked him more and more as time has gone by, especially these last few years. One hand backhand goes out from Alcaraz. It's left 15. But yeah, I love Andy. Andy's great. Collins with a chance for a break/set point over Sakari in the first set. Okay, nice. We'll keep an eye on that too. Keep an eye on that too. Sakari just can't win a title. She got to a final last week, pulled through a tight semifinal, but just couldn't get the title. We'll see if she can eventually do it. I'd love to see her get that first title, at least for a few years now, in a 1,000 tournament, in a WTA 1,000 event. Forehand from Carlos into the backhand of Shelton into the net. 15-all. Shelton letting Carlos off the hook. He was in that rally. This is technically Collins' third match. She's a qualifier. Yeah, that's crazy. Collins has to qualify in. Danielle Collins was playing some crazy matches last year. Obviously, Australian Open finalist. She was playing crazy at the U.S. Open too. I'd say she's a dark horse at the U.S. Open. But yeah, Danielle took it. Serve goes long. Layla serving for the match, up 5-3 in the third. Let's go, Layla. Let's go, Layla. 15-all here. Serve into the forehand of Shelton into the net. 30-15. Few too many errors from Shelton. I thought Sakari would have won 2 straight sets versus Coco in the final. Yeah, it's just her thing with finals. She's got mental baggage in finals, and Coco was playing so crazy that tournament. Best I've seen Coco hitting her forehand, and she was playing good tennis. So Coco is clearly, I don't know if you would even call her a dark horse, but she's somebody to watch at this U.S. Open. 30-15. Now their first serve is out from Carlos. This really reminds me of, I'll tell you what this reminds me of in a second. Second serve here from Carlos. Forehand from Shelton to the top of the net. 40-15 for Carlos. Yeah, this reminds me of a match that Carlos played against Rinderknecht in the first round of Queens, because Carlos hit 48% first serve percentage in that match. He literally just was not hitting first serves. He was not making first serves in. And I don't know. Carlos can be a little bit, now and again, he cannot play so well in the first round match. Ooh, Shelton with a huge slide. What an athlete. That was amazing athleticism from Shelton just to not injure himself. Goes for a huge slide there, but that was only Alcaraz could have gotten that shot, and Alcaraz is on the other side of the court. We're at 1 game apiece here. There's no way Shelton was getting to that. 5-1. Or 51 minutes into this one game apiece. Now it's 5-5 in the Murray match. Okay, let's go Andy. Let's go Andy and let's go Layla. Two of my favorites doing well right now. See if we have Fernandez gets the win over Haddad Maya. Let's go Layla. People saying Layla can't, like, people are like, Layla will never be top 30 or whatever. Layla is so good. She's so good and so talented, and she has a crazy mentality and a huge passion for the game. She's the one to watch. She's not a big hitter, but you don't have to be. Ons Jabeur is number 4 or 5 in the world. She's not the biggest hitter around. Layla Fernandez is going to be great. So I'm happy to see her get that win over Haddad Maya. 15 love here for Shelton. By the way, these two have played over 56. These two have played 56 rallies over that have gone. These two have played 56 points in this match so far, under 5 shots. How many points have there been total? How many points have there been total? 56 under 5 shots. How many points have there been total? 63. There have been only 7. If that stat is right, there have only been 7 points over 5 shots. That's hilarious. A lot of quick points so far. A lot of quick points. Backhand slice into the backhand of Carlos for a pass, volley. Backhand from Carlos. He waits on it, and he gives himself enough time. Shelton runs to the to this side, and Alcaraz sees where he's going, goes cross court. Listen, not every player can do that, but if you have the skills to really wait on that shot and hit it from down lower, and that's exactly what Alcaraz could do. He timed that perfectly and hit it cross court when he saw Shelton running the other way. Canada, let's go Candace. Raonic, Fernandez. There's only OJ Aliassime who let down the Canadian tennis, but listen, they're doing well. Also, what's his name? Young player won over a seed. I'm forgetting who it was now, but Diallo or something. I'll look out what it is in a second. But another Canadian who did well on the men's side as well. Big forehand. Alcaraz there somehow at the backhand lob. This is gonna be a crazy Alcaraz point. Nope. Shelton puts away a smash. 30 all. 30 all. Let me see. Who am I talking about here? Canadian player. Got a big win earlier in this tournament. Yeah, Diallo over Dan Evans, who won Washington. Then he lost to De Minaur. Fritz De Minaur is a match in the next round. That's going to be good too. 30 all here. This is a big point. Serve down the middle, into the body, backhand smash. Forehand pass from Alcaraz just into top the net. Alcaraz is frustrated, and I totally understand why. He's missing a lot of shots he doesn't usually miss. Shelton could take advantage. I'll say this just one more time. Alcaraz serve percentage in this match, first serve percentage. He's only making 48% of first serves in. And listen, he's less than 70% in points won on serve too. So Shelton, if he could just hold strong on his own serve, Alcaraz is hitting a lot of errors and not letting Shelton off the hook. Ace out wide from Shelton. If Shelton can just keep holding serve, he could get chances on the Alcaraz serve. But it's 2-1 here for Shelton. I still expect Alcaraz straight sets, but Shelton is playing a little bit better than I expected, and Alcaraz is playing just a little bit worse than I expected. But it's not a bad level so far outside of Alcaraz's serving. 2-1. 2-1 here for Shelton. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining into the stream. I got a simple question. I might have asked this on another stream, but who you got winning the U.S. Open on the men's side? Does Alcaraz defend the U.S. Open? That's my question for you. Is Alcaraz defending the U.S. Open? Does Alcaraz defend the U.S. Open and win his second major of the year? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. And don't forget to subscribe as well, Quality Shot Tennis, if you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys are. Don't forget to like the video as well. It'd be cool if we could get to at least 20 likes if you guys are enjoying it. But anyway, Murray might win. What's the score for Murray? I forgot to check. I saw Fernandez won. I forgot to check Murray's score. Murray got love 30 at 6-5 over Purcell. Purcell was serving up 5-3. Murray might get 4 in a row here. Also, Paul Cirindelo's on. That should be interesting, too. Korda versus Vukic. Vukic got to the final of Atlanta Open. Vukic played really well at the Atlanta Open. Strong server. Safe match points against Fritz in the second set of the final as well. Pushed it 3 sets. So Vukic is a strong player. I wouldn't be surprised if Vukic gets it done over Korda, who really hasn't had very many good results. But I'm kind of hoping Korda wins that, to be honest. 6-5, yeah. JJ Wolf is winning every slam from here on out for the next decade. JJ Wolf dominance. JJ Wolf wins the next 45 majors. You heard it here. 1-2, Alcaraz serving. Misses the first serve wide. JJ Wolf dominance. And he'll be own the same haircut at that time too, that mullet. JJ Wolf is goated. JJ Wolf's going to be the new GOAT. Forehand, off the pickup, off the baseline, Shelton forehand to the backhand of Alcaraz, cross. Backhand from Alcaraz. Is out down the line. That's what I'm saying. Alcaraz is hitting a few too many errors. Love 15. Wolf is winning every slam for the next decade. What was that, 40 majors? Screw 20 majors. Wolf is getting 40. Back in return, forehand squash shot in the net from Carlos. Arrow of the Wolf, they will call it. Songs will be written about him. I think so, yeah. I like that. Arrow of the Wolf. That's good. That's good. Most famous. Yeah. Love 30. Love 30 here. Love 30 here. 1-2, love 30. Serve out wide, backhand return. Oh, Alcaraz hits a crazy shot behind him. Lob over Carlos. Goes out. How did Carlos do that? Shelton is smiling. That was a big point too. Alcaraz is smiling. They're both smiling because Alcaraz moved way too far forward. And then he wasn't expecting Shelton's one-handed backhand return to get behind him. And then Alcaraz does a 360 one-handed backhand flick. I mean, Alcaraz put himself into trouble there, but he got out of it. That was strong stuff. 15-30. Serve out wide. 15-30. Bro, this is a matter of life or death. Pick one at least. Okay. All right, I got it. I got it. It's in my head. I got it. I'm going to go with Djokovic. I think he's going to be out for revenge. I know he has struggled at the Open, but he's going to be hungry. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe. Yeah. Djokovic is going to be so hungry. I mean, I don't think anybody is down that whatsoever. Serve out wide, back in return from Shelton. That goes out. 40-30 for Carlos. 40-30 for Carlos. 40-30 for Carlos to get this and tie it up at 2 apiece. Serve down the line, backhand from Shelton to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand slice of Shelton goes long, 2 games all. 2 games all here. Murray wins. Let's go, Muzza. Let's go, Andy. Still holding strong at the end of this. Martina Trevisan, Andre Agassi, and the old lady at the U.S. Open pretended she was dying after Djokovic hit her in the net. The tennis ball, okay. Ghost with the comedy in the chat. Muzza. Yeah, Muzza gets the win. Muzza gets the win. 15 love. Serve down the line, goes out. Second serve here for Shelton. It's in the net, 15 all. Must have picked up that Dan Evans magic because clearly he wasn't using it anymore. Yeah, I mean that would be great. Have Brits winning 2 weeks back to back. Murray winning Canada would be one of the coolest things ever. Like that's in some way that is a possibility. So that would just be so cool. Very unlikely, but I'd love to see him have a run at a big tournament again. Forehand in the net from Carlos, 30-15. I mean, he's playing high level. That was a very high level match against Fritz. He was playing high level at Wimbledon. He's playing his best tennis of his comeback this year by far. So I'd love to see it. I'm expecting him at least to make a second week of a major at some point. I'd love to see him do something before he heads out. Backhand down the line goes out from Alcaraz. Alcaraz got to be frustrated inside of himself. He's not really showing it much, but he's got to be frustrated with these errors. It's 40-15 now. Did Sinner win? I missed the conclusion to that one. Yeah, Yana got the win. Yana got the win over Berrettini. He's playing Murray in the next round. I'm going to try to commentate that if I can. Whenever that is, day after tomorrow, 3-2. I can't miss that. That's going to be awesome. Hey, what's up, Kareem? Hello, my friend. Nice to see you again. Yeah, good to see you in the chat. It's 3-2 here for Shelton. It's 3-2 for Shelton. Hour and 3 minutes into this one, 20 minutes into this set. If you guys just joining in, pretty much what's expected out of this result. I guess the only thing that's been surprising is Alcaraz has only made like less than 50% of his first serves in. Not really doing that well on serve. And he's really... I don't know. He's hitting a few kind of uncharacteristic errors. Shelton had a lot of chances at the beginning of the match to break Alcaraz's serve. He didn't take them. Then Alcaraz upped his level a bit and ran away with the first set. But Shelton's holding strong. We'll see what happens. Changeover at the moment. Changeover at the moment. Changeover at the moment. 3-2. Hour and 3 minutes into this contest. Both players 20 years old, but both players at a very different point in their careers. I mean, Shelton probably will never, I don't know. Will Shelton ever be at the point of the career where Alcaraz is at? I don't know, but Alcaraz 47-4 on the season. Shelton is, since Australian Open, Shelton is 6-17 on the season. So he's not winning a whole lot of matches as Ben Shelton. Alcaraz has had the much better season, but Ben Shelton always seems to pick it up in the big matches. He's in a big one at the moment, and he is a fearless player, a good shot maker, big serve. If he improves on the consistency for the rest of his game, he could really have a strong game outside the serve as well. But he's got to improve that mental side too to really get through a lot of the tight matches because he really hasn't for most of this year, which is why he has that record on the season. Serve down the line for a forehand drop shot from Carlos in the net, though. Too many errors from Carlos. I mean, I want to look at this error count for this set because it's really only gotten worse. Let me look at the stats. It was high level in the first set, but let me look. Set two. I mean, it says 3 unforced errors, but I feel like it's more than that. So only 3 winners, 3 unforced isn't great either. Serve from Carlos down the middle, backhand Shelton to the forehand of Carlos. Forehand inside out is out from Shelton. I mean, Shelton's getting leads in Alcaraz service games, and then he's just hitting errors and going for too much. That's what you have to be in that mental zone of, okay, I have a chance. This could leave at any moment. I have to play solid here. Love 15 is when you got to just play solid. I mean, you have to earn a chance there. You have half a chance. You have to make that a chance. Can't just be missing easy shots. It's a backhand past Shelton, and it's 30-15. Can't be doing that against Alcaraz. Alcaraz is a freak of nature, so good, so young. It's insane. It's so crazy to watch Alcaraz play, how good he is. It's exciting for me, especially after Wimbledon. I mean, now that Alcaraz has won Wimbledon, I really don't know. Maybe he is going to win like 30 majors or something. Like if he can already play so well on grass courts so early, I mean, he learns so quickly. If injuries evade him, which is a question, but if injuries evade him for the most part, then it's going to be really exciting to watch him play. But, I mean, forget the future. It's really exciting to watch such a young player play so well as he is at the moment. It's a backhand error from Alcaraz, 30-all. Really exciting. Such a good athlete. His forehand is absolutely immense. And just such a complete player already. And his mental side is one of the most impressive things about him, if not the most. Serve down the middle, 40-30 for Carlos. 40-30 for Carlos. At 2-3. Hour and 6 minutes into this one. The world number 1 taking on Ben Shelton, the American. Serve out wide, Shelton forehand into the half volley of Alcaraz. That's a great shot. Lob over Alcaraz, backhand smash into the net. We're at deuce. This is the first time Shelton's got to deuce, I think, since those first couple games in the first set. I could be wrong. But Shelton with a little bit of chance on the Alcaraz service game. That was a good half volley. Shelton with a very good lob there. Very quick to get up to it and great leg strength to really pick that up off the ground. So Alcaraz nearly there with the backhand smash, but it was too good of a lob and just misses it a little bit. We're at deuce. Serve down the line. Good return from Shelton. Alcaraz bumps up, puts him in position for a forehand. Shelton just misses the slice. Shelton with a slice down the line for a pass, but just misses it in the net. Paul took the first set from Cirindolo. Okay, nice. From Francisco Cirindolo. Franny Cirindolo. Advantage here for Carlos. Forehand chip goes long. That's another missed chance for Shelton. It's 3 games apiece. Listen, this is what it was in the first set. Shelton had chances on the Alcaraz serve, like half chances, but he had a bunch of break points and he didn't convert. And then Alcaraz, midway through the second set, as he does as an elite level returner, he broke Shelton's serve. So got to watch out here if you are on the side rooting for Ben Shelton. Shelton serve down the middle. Alcaraz backhand return into the net. 15 love. 15 love for Benny Shelton. 15 love for Shelton. Wow, Daniel Collins up a set in 3-1. Yeah, it's great for Collins. I'd love to see her get back in form. Yeah, I'd like to see Collins get back in form. I kind of used to not be that big of a Collins fan, but I've started to really like her game and what she brings. I like her big hitting game, so I'd like to see her back in her best form. Shelton serve into the forehand of Carlos into the net. 30 love. 30 love. Shelton doing better in really not letting Alcaraz into these service games at all. And if he can keep getting chances in the Alcaraz service games, you have to think eventually there's a good chance he'll take one. But it's not set in stone. He has to go forward and take it. Kick serve, forehand return from Carlos. Forehand into the backhand of Carlos. Down the line. Just misses a pass wide. 40 love for Shelton. 40 love for Shelton. First set was interesting at the start of it, and then Carlos kind of ran away with it. Let's see if the second set is more interesting at the later stages of it. Shelton can keep it close. Serve into the net. Second serve. Serve down the line is wide. A few double faults already for Shelton. He's gotten big on second serve a lot. He was up 40 love, though. Might as well. Up 40 love. (40-15). First serve into the net. Second serve. Second serve, Shelton into the forehand of Carlos. It's a wide, 4-3 for Shelton. Like I said, I just think Alcaraz is letting Shelton a little bit off the hook. He hasn't found his best level. He's hitting a few too many errors. And I don't know, Shelton's been able to dictate a bit too much, especially because Alcaraz isn't really hitting first serves in. And Shelton's really hitting it hard off the second serve return, and that's letting him into these service games from Carlos. So let's see if Carlos can still hold strong off serve and fend off Shelton. He's going to keep trying to get chances on the serve. But yeah, Tommy Paul got the first set over Cerundolo. That's going on right now as well. Korda is going to be up against Vukic. I'll try to catch some of that too. I always like watching Korda play. And, on the women's side, Collins up against Zachary, a set in 3-2. Danielle Collins hasn't been able to do much this year, but she's trying to get back in form. And Martic taking on Sabalenka. That's on court soon. But yeah, 4-3 here for Shelton against Alcaraz. But I asked a question earlier. Do you think Carlos Alcaraz is going to defend the U.S. Open? And if he doesn't, who do you think is winning the U.S. Open? Let me know in the chat. Is Alcaraz defending the U.S. Open? It's 4-3 here for Shelton. Let me know in the chat. Hey, what's up, Sean? Shelton has a great swing serve. I don't know if that's what it's called, but Sampras was great at it. I totally know what you're talking about. Yeah, he has that Pete Sampras vibe. He's been compared to Sampras a lot. I remember, people were comparing him to Sampras, and who has the nickname Pistol Pete, and somebody said Shotgun Shelton should be the nickname for Shelton. I just think that's great. So let's get Shotgun Shelton as a thing. But especially if Shelton does get into the top, 10, 20 in the world or whatever. But anyway, yeah, he kind of has that Pete Sampras thing. He very similar service motion. I know what you mean. Sampras is awesome. He's one of my favorite players for sure, Pete. Backhand to the forehand of Carlos, cross of backhand. Shelton's the tape goes over. Big forehand from Carlos into the net, love 15. I swear, almost every game in the set, Alcaraz has lost the first point. You know what I mean? It's been love 15 at almost every game in this set. And then Alcaraz has won the next 2 points, like to just get the lead right back. That's been every game. Like it's been love 15 every time. It's like a hard serve with a bit of side spin on it. Yeah, it's a good call. It's a good call. Yeah. He can hit some crazy side spin on the serves. Love 15 here. First serve missed yet again for Carlos. He'll have to improve that. As he goes on, it's a missed return, though, from Shelton. It's a shame. Shelton not being clutch when he's gotten even just slight leads against Carlos on the service games. JJ Wolf will win the U.S. Open. Carlos will cry because it was such a pleasure to share the court with him. Yeah. And automatically, I mean, listen, Wolf doesn't even have to win 20 majors. Wolf is going to win the U.S. Open and the American Draw, and everybody's going to just put up their hands in solidarity and say Wolf is the greatest of all time. Everybody will just know. It's 15 all. It's 15 all. Yeah, JJ Wolf is a legend. For anybody who doesn't know, I got to meet JJ Wolf in person at the Atlanta Open. I got to go to the Atlanta Open. I've told the story a lot, but JJ Wolf was so cool. As soon as he got to the press conference, JJ Wolf was just cracking jokes. I got to ask a couple of questions to JJ Wolf. He was looking me in the eye the whole time. He was cracking jokes. He was so real. Like, looking into his eyes, I was like, this is the most genuine guy. And he was just so fun to talk to. And he was just like, I don't know, there's something about him. As soon as he got on court, I was like, I'm so happy I'm seeing Wolf in person. He's one of my favorite players. I like that was my highlight of the day. One of my highlights of the year so far, if not the highlight. Just seeing JJ Wolf in person and getting to ask him a question was so much fun, honestly. It was so fun. And, yeah. Anthony, do you know the original Pistol P? I don't know much about him. I know there's another. That's a high tier athlete. It's 4-15 here for Alcaraz, by the way. Once again, Shelton gets a slight lead in the Alcaraz service game, look 15, but Carlos just gets it right back. Shelton needs to play more clutch. Clutchness seems to be a big factor with Shelton so far in his career. But he's still young. He still's got time. Still's got time. Second serve miss from Carlos, double fault. I mean, listen, the second set hasn't been the highest quality. It's not been bad by any means, but a few too many errors. Okay, guys, watching Shelton. Alcaraz looks like Ben is really giving Shelton a battle in the second set. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Shelton's giving him a battle for sure. Just between you and me, I think JJ's will look awesome on my restaurant. I love how these are getting crazier and crazier, Ghosts. Like, you're going to be like, JJ Wolf should be the president. We should all worship him. Like, I feel like it's only getting crazier and crazier. P. Maravich, basketball player who's amazing but died young. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew there was another big one. I don't know much about him, but yeah. Hey, Sean. Yeah, Sean in the chat as well. Yeah, good to have you all in the chat. Shelton here serving at 4 games apiece. P. Maravich, I'm a big basketball guy, probably the college basketball player of all time. Okay, kind of Steve Johnson then of basketball. I got you. Yeah, I know he's super famous as well. I know there's more than one Pistol Pete, just like there's more than one A-Rod. J.J. Wolf should not be the president. That's ridiculous. He should be the emperor. That's awesome. That's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite Ghost of Gerolitis chat comment so far. Ghost, everybody's here just for your crazy comments. Nobody's here to watch me. 15 love here for Shelton on his serve. Yeah, I like watching basketball now and again. I haven't really followed close enough to know like the real history of stuff. I don't know the big players throughout history. I know a few. I mean, I know a few for sure. I like to catch the big games. I'm a big Lakers fan, which I guess is, not that interesting because like everybody's a Lakers fan, but 30 love here. Forehand return, backhand drop shot from Shelton, backhand. That's lob over Alcaraz, backhand smash from Alcaraz. Great point from Alcaraz. He's showing off those hands, 30-15. That was one of the few points that we've had in this match that's gone over that might have been over 10 shots. There have been very few and far in between. Alcaraz slides into that shot, and he just kind of fakes out Shelton. He puts the racket face as if he's going to go cross. He goes down the line. Just Alcaraz, so much skill and athleticism. It's crazy. 40-15 out. Shelton with a huge serve and a yell after it. 40-15 for Shelton. This is getting fun in the night session in Canada. This is getting fun. Shelton really showing up in the second set. And it's not like Carlos has played the perfect match. He's given Shelton a chance here to at least take a set and see if Shelton can do something. Forehand return. Shelton there at the half volley. Alcaraz there at half volley. Alcaraz there at the winner volley, 40-30. Alcaraz there at the winner volley, 40-30. The Magic/Birds year were fun. Yeah, Kareem, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Lakers had some stars, haven't they? Yeah, I mean, that team is crazy. So, yeah, it's not that interesting. But, yeah, I mean, Kobe, I was a big fan of Kobe before he passed. And then as not just a player, the way I became a fan of Kobe was watching an interview of him just talking. Because he just seemed like the nicest, like most intelligent dude. And just a smart guy. And I really liked him as a player. And then, yeah, Kobe's longevity is crazy. So really great athlete too. So yeah, they've had some stars over the day for sure. And yeah, Shaq, obviously. And backhand to the backhand slice of Carlos, backhand from Shelton down the middle, forehand into the forehand of Shelton, backhand cross from Alcaraz. A long rally. You haven't seen this. Forehand inside out. Shelton squash shot. Ooh, Alcaraz into the net. Then Alcaraz out of frustration hits that ball way away. But that's 5-4 for Shelton. Like I said, Alcaraz hitting a few weird shots. Alcaraz isn't, he can play a few first-round matches that are a bit so-so. This is one of them. And the first serve percentage, if you look at that stat, you don't have to look past that. I know I've said that a lot, but first serve percentage is really low for Carlos. And that's a good sign that he's not playing his best match. Kobe spoke a bunch of languages. Yeah, he spoke a lot of languages. He just had this mindset about life in general. That was crazy. Ball abuse. He didn't hit it into the crowd. So what happened was he hit it right after hitting into the net. So it went right back on his side. I think he mishit it a little bit too. But yeah, he hit way away. But thankfully it didn't hit anybody or nothing. It's just he hit the ball. But yeah, I don't think he got ball abuse for that. I didn't hear anything. But yeah, 5-4. I think even Carlos probably regrets doing that a bit. But nothing huge. But yeah, Cerundolo having trouble holding serve. He's in a long deuce game with Tommy Paul right now. Okay, Ghost, so that's good. That's good because Cerundolo is up 3-0 against Tommy Paul in their head-to-head, and I picked Paul to beat Cerundolo in a revenge match when I did the draw preview for Canada on the stream for the Washington final. I picked Paul over Cerundolo, and a few people in the chat were like, Paul's losing to Cerundolo. I was like, he's getting his revenge. I'm a Tommy Paul fan. He's one of my favorite players, so I wouldn't mind seeing it. That'd be a good win over Cerundolo, who's been playing a good ball too. By the way, Vukic and Korda getting underway too. Vukic up 1-0 on serve. Danielle Collins about to beat out Sakari 6-4, 5-2. Sakari still struggling in some of these tournaments to really go deep. And at this one, loses her first match, it seems like, to Collins. Yeah, earlier today as well, Madsen Keys had to withdraw. Paolini gets through to the next round. Few things going on in Canada. It's 5-4 here. We're getting to the late stages. I don't know. This is closer than I kind of expected it to be in terms of level. Alcaraz hasn't brought his best, and Shelton pretty much has. So we'll see what Shelton can do. Backhand, pretty much short. Forehand from Shelton, cross. Forehand from Shelton, cross, and backhand of Carlos. Backhand of Shelton, just cross the net. Backhand slice, cross. It's short in the court. Ooh, forehand chip from Shelton, but goes into the net. 15 love. But listen, Shelton's had love 15 on so many of these service games from Carlos. I feel like having a change of pace might not even be so bad, but Keys withdrew. I hadn't heard that. Yeah, she withdrew, and Paolini's through to the next one. Yeah, Madsen Keys had to withdraw. Why hasn't Ben Shelton played like this for 7 months? Yeah, exactly. It might be because he shows up in the big matches. He seems to like a crowd, so that could be part of it. Last big match that he played against the top player, Taylor Fritz at Indian Wells, and he showed up for that one big time. 30 love here for Carlos. His shot hits the tape and just goes over. Hey, what's up, Danny? Sorry, I don't speak I don't speak Spanish, so I can't say, but glad for you to be joining in. $30 love here. Shelton gives out a smile. No, it happens. Ball hits tape. Back in return, way up high. Carlos smash. Puts it away. 40 love. 40 love for Carlos. Lucky bounce for Carlitos. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it, Ghost. $40 love for Carlos. Much easier service game as he hits a perfect ace down the line, right into the corner. 5-5. Alcaraz is one of these guys. He just clutches up when he needs it. And Alcaraz just finds a way. And Alcaraz has found a way in his last 12 matches. Alcaraz has found a way to win his last 12 matches. He's on a 12-match winning streak ever since that Roland Garros match against Djokovic, where he played an absolutely phenomenal second set. And then he just cramped up. But ever since that match, he's won his last 12 matches, Queens and Wimbledon. He's back on the hard courts. Last time he played on hard courts was Miami, where he lost to Sinner. It's the first big hardcore tournament since Miami. He's back at it, and he's on a 12-match winning streak. First time playing in Toronto, 5-5. We're getting deep in the second set. Kick serve to the forehand of Carlos, backhand of Shelton to the forehand of Carlos, backhand Shelton, down the middle into the forehand of Carlos. That goes deep from Carlos. 15 love. This is not Carlos's best. It's far from. 15 love from Shelton. 15 love for Shelton. Hour and 24 minutes in. By the way, in this set, both players have won 21 of 29 points on serve, which is kind of ridiculous. Exact same stat. Forehand. Too good on serve of Shelton. 30 love. Easy pickings for Ben. Easy pickings for Ben. We're at 30 love. We're at 30 love. We're at 30 love in this round of 32 encounter between Shelton and Alcaraz. Winner of this one plays Hubie Hurkacz, who made the final here last year and won in 3 sets over Miomir Kecmanovic. Who's always dangerous, but just often seems to lose in close matches against the top guys. 30 love here. Kick serve into the forehand of Carlos. Big forehand down, inside in from Shelton. That's a great shot. 40 love. Right down that line where he's standing. It's a beautiful forehand shot. Great shot. And it's 40 love here. Hour and 25 minutes into this one. Serve from Shelton. That's a high percentage serve, but just what he needs to do. Drop shot. Carlos runs. Oh, what a flick from Carlos. Carlos doesn't even look like he's playing tennis. He just looked like he was taking a stroll in the park. Carlos taking a stroll in the park. We're at 40-15 though. Listen, 40 love is like, 40 love is like different from any other point in tennis. It's like both guys are so relaxed on 40 love. It's like 40 love is separate from the rest of the match. It's like 40 love is casual, and then the rest of the match is like high intensity. It's so funny. 40 love, both guys just like chill out because they know like it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, they have two other big points. Like, it matters, obviously. You want to always bring your best. And it might go down to you. You want to play every point like it's your best, but 40 love is always a little bit different. Collins wins. Yeah, let's go. Danielle Collins with the win. Danielle Collins with the win. I think she's a bit of a dark horse for the U.S. Open. I didn't see the match, so I don't know. But shame for Sakari as well, who I don't know. She hasn't had the best year. By the way, Sorrentalo up a break against Tommy Paul as well. That's going on too. And Sabalenka is going to be on center court at the end of this one. Man, I don't understand Sakari. She has the skills to win a major. Yeah, she absolutely has. She absolutely has the skills to win a major. Yeah, she just can't even win a title. 250, 500, 1,000 major titles. Whatever it is, she just can't find a way, which is quite unfortunate. Because I'm a Sakari fan. She's one of my favorites, to be honest. But just can't figure it out. But super jacked for Danielle. Yeah. That's it, Danielle. 6-5 here. We're getting to the interesting moments of this match. And I appreciate you guys joining. It's always fun for me to commentate. Always fun for me to commentate tennis, to be able to do it on for QualityShot tennis at the highest level of the sport. QualityShot tennis. It's a growing channel. We have so much stuff coming up. It's only growing and getting better, getting bigger. So anyway, I appreciate you all joining in. We got Ghost, we got Matt in the chat, we got Danny, we got Sean as well. Sean, always fun in the chat. We got Theo in the chat as well. We got Max in the chat, Max Zen. Appreciate you guys joining in. Anthony Hirsch here for QualityShot. Let's see how this one ends off. Carlos here to serve. His first time in Toronto. Serve down the middle of the box. Huge forehand return from Shelton, but just misses wide. 15 love for Carlos. It's looking like we might get to a tiebreaker. 15 love here. Serve out wide is wide. Second serve coming for Carlos. If Carlos is looking to win Toronto, he's got to get the first serve percentage higher against the big guys. That's often a big problem for Carlos, is the first serve percentage, especially last year. But 15-all. 15-all here. Because, I mean, listen, throughout this, if we're looking at looking at the statistics here for first serve, just the first serve percentage. I mean, set 2 first serve percentage, Carlos. Okay, 68%. It's not quite as bad as I thought, but like match stats overall, it's going to be worse too. It's 15-all here. Serve into the forehand block return of Shelton. Backhand from Shelton goes long. 30-15. It's looking like we're heading to a breaker. Looks like we're heading to a breaker. Yeah, just real quick match. I mean, 59% of first serves in. He's gotten a little bit better over the last couple games, but it's still not great. 30-15 here, though, for Carlos. 30-15 here for Carlos. Serve out wide. Forehand of Shelton. Just another serve coming here from Carlos. Serve down the line. Forehand from Carlos. That's a great shot inside in. 2015. Great shot right down that line. Do you think Sharon can compete with Runa? I think Runa's got it. Sharon can be dangerous, though. I mean, I like Sharon, but I don't think he has that much that can consistently hurt the top guys. Every now and again, he can play a really solid match, but he doesn't have the huge weapons that I think you would need against a player like Runa, who has so much variety and such a complete game. And Runa's been playing well all year. I saw that Runa can struggle in the early round matches, and Giron, I don't think he's a nothing player, so I wouldn't just completely side-eye that match, but I think Runa's got it. 6-all here, though. Let me know who's winning the set and what do you think is the score in the tiebreaker. As always, when I do streams, everybody who's been here before in the chat knows. If you get right in the chat, then I'll shout you out in the chat. So who's winning the set? What's going to be the score in the tiebreaker? Let me know. Carlos here to return 6 games apiece. Tiebreaker to start. Half volley, lob over Shelton to smash put away. Alcaraz jumps up, gets that. Smash, Alcaraz still run, but can't get the next shot. Solid from Shelton to pull that out. 1-0, that could have gone tough for him. That could have got tough for Shelton. Could have got tough for big old Ben Shelton, but he put that away there. Put that away. Let me know what's going to be the score in this tiebreaker. If you get that right, I'll shout you out in the chat. Big old tiebreaker. Let's see if Shelton can push this 3 sets. That could be kind of interesting. Shelton likes a big match. They just showed the replay of Shelton running all over the court. I'm sorry, if Alcaraz run all over the court. Like, his athleticism is ridiculous, even when he's losing points. Anyway, Alcaraz here to serve, 0-1. It's mind-boggling stuff. Alcaraz is one of the best athletes in the world. Serve into the backhand of Shelton. Backhand from Shelton, cross into the forehand of Alcaraz. Good pace from Shelton, but he misses that one. I like it, though. He's got to take his chances, though, Shelton. Listen, Shelton has like a 5% chance of winning this match or whatever. He has a 0% chance if he doesn't take his chances here. He has no chance if he's not taking his chances. Even if he's missing, he's got to hit big. What hurts Alcaraz is when people are pushing him back behind the baseline. And that's how Shelton was playing in the first few games of the first set when he was getting break points against Carlos. He had a few break points in the first couple of service games of Carlos. And he was playing very big on both sides. So that's what he has to do. He's got to take his chances. 1 point apiece here. One point apiece. Carlos, serve, kick. Just catches the back of the line. Drop shot. Shelton runs. Lob over Carlos, just long 2-1. Just long 2-1. Shelton wins 7-5. Okay, Shelton 9-7. We got a few Sheltons. I still think Alcaraz pulls it out, but let's see. Yeah, Sean's with me, 8-6 Alcaraz. I'm picking Alcaraz. I'm going to do a bit of a weird one. I'll say Alcaraz pulls this out 7-4, but let's see what happens. Let me know what you think in the chat. We got mostly Shelton, though. We got people think Shelton pulls this out. Makes sense. Shelton has played pretty much equal with Carlos in the set, and he's gotten chances. Let's see what happens. Shelton to serve. Shelton serve wide. Misses the doubles alley by a lot. Second serve. Second serve here. Forehand chip to the backhand of Shelton. Cross and forehand of Carlos. Back to the forehand of Shelton. Big inside out. Does he make it? Oh, just missed it. I think it's called out. It's called out. Shelton requests a replay, which really doesn't do anything, but just out. It's out by like maybe like 4 or 5 millimeters. It's out by like half an inch. It's out by like half an inch. 3-1 for Carlos. Listen, this isn't Hawkeye. This is technology. You're not gonna beat technology. It's 3-1 here for Carlos. Big serve out wide. Misses it again. This is when clutchness becomes a big thing. And it's Carlos, who's known to have been clutch throughout the year, and it's Shelton, who really hasn't been able to do that. It's big serve, but it's right into the net from Shelton. Disappointing. It's 4-1 for Carlos. All the momentum with Carlos now. Shanad, okay, yeah. Chat's talking about Shanad. I saw that as well, Shanad O'Connor. Nothing compares to you, yeah. Famous moment on Saturday Night Live, too, where she rips up the photo. Oh, it's wild. Chat's always talking about random stuff, but I love it. Chat away. Chat away. I love it. Max with this song reference, nothing compares to Carlos. That's it. Carlos is a crazy competitor, a crazy athlete. We're at 4-1 here. We're at 4-1. Serve down the line. Backhand from Carlos. Backhand volley. It's a backhand pass. Shelton there with the volley. Backhand from Carlos. Back to the backhand volley. Shelton is there with a huge roar and a fist bump. We're at 4-2. Shelton's trying to get the crowd involved. We're at 4-2. We're at 4-2. Prince actually wrote that sign. Did he really? I never knew that. If that's true, I never knew that. If that's true, then I never knew that. That's crazy. Anthony with the Shelton's trying to get the crowd fired up. Let's see if we can come back here. We're getting towards the end of the second set. That wasn't a good choice from Carlos to half volley that. From the back of the court, that was a solid volley though. And then Carlos not clutch too. He could have gone cross court and goes down the line. Anthony with a 7-4. He knows this stuff. I tried to, Sean. I tried to. I pride myself on predictions. I do say. But we'll see. We'll see if I get it. I could be totally wrong. Shelton's trying to come back here. 4-2. Let's go, Ghost. Yeah. Let's go. 4-2 here for Carlos. Hour and 36 minutes into this one. I tried to do it with the predictions. It's 4-2. Most of them are wrong, but I got some. 4-2. Second serve from Carlos. Forehand from Shelton. Goes long. 5-2. 5-2 for Carlos. I think Shanad O'Connor wrote a sincere. I can't read. Wrote a sincere letter to Miley. Miley wasn't happy or something like that. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. You know the Aretha song "Respect" that was written by Otis Redding. That's one of the best songs ever. RESPCT. That's great. That's a banger. Forehand inside out is good shot. 5-3. Yeah, "Respect" by Aretha Franklin. That's one of the better songs. 5-3. 5-3 for Shelton. We're having a good time here. Night session in Canada. Don't forget to sub as well. Like the video. I'll be back here for more matches. Anthony Hirsch here commentating for Quality Shot Tennis. Hope you guys are enjoying it. We'll be here for more. I'll be here for more of Canada. 5-3. Let's see if Shelton can come back here. Kick serve into the forehand return of Carlos. Forehand into the net from Shelton. And it's 6-3 for Carlos. Look, it's been tight, but it's triple match point for Carlitos now, who gets the 6-3, and it's on his serve. It's on his serve. It's looking like the end for Ben Shelton. It's looking like the end for Ben Shelton. Carlos Alcaraz with his first match in Toronto, and he's trying to finish this off here. Oh, Ben, yep, that's it. 6-3. 6-3 for Carlos. 3 match points in Carlos's first match since historic Wimbledon. Serve out wide, and the return goes long. Carlos Alcaraz with the winning start in Toronto. You know, it's tough at parts. Especially at the start of the match, Ben Shelton had a bunch of chances. It was Alcaraz who was the more clutch player. And Carlos gets the win over the fellow 20-year-old. But it's been 2 very different seasons. Carlos improves to a 13-match winning streak off the back of Queens and Wimbledon. And he improves to a 48-4 2023 season, which is an all-time great level. That's an all-time season. 48-4 on the season so far. Let's see if he keeps it up. To start off that match, Carlos really can find a first serve, but yeah, you were close, Anthony. It was even more one-sided than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys for joining the stream. It's been Anthony here for Quality Shot. I appreciate all you joining in. We'll be here for more matches. Yeah, it's Alcaraz getting the win over Shelton. He's got Hurkacz in the next round. That should be interesting. I mean, Hurkacz really picked it up at Wimbledon, but he hasn't had the best season as Hubie. And he picked it up at Wimbledon. He's gone through a couple matches here in Canada. He's going to have the motivations of defending a final. He's going to have the motivations of defending a final from last year, but hard to beat the famous Carlos Alcaraz. That's it, guys. Yeah, it's hard to beat the young legend that is Carlos Alcaraz. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for joining as always, Ghost. Thank you, Anthony. Can't wait to meet you at the JJ Wolf US Open post-victory party. Bring a back of ice. I will make sure to. I'll bring some lace chips as well as some beers. We'll have a good old time. Wolf winning the next whatever amount of majors. Absolutely. It's not a joke. It's not a bit. All right. Thank you guys for joining in. It was Carlos Alcaraz who got the win 6-3, 7-6. We have a fun time on the streams as always. Been getting a quick flight out of here. He came, he saw, he concurred. That's it. Yeah. Shelton got the way out. He made it a little bit closer than I expected. I thought it would be an absolute blowout. But Carlos also didn't play his best level. It's his first time in Toronto. When he came to Canada last year, he also lost his first round match against Tommy Paul. who's very tough, and that's amazing. That was a first-round match, but yeah. Anyway, it's Carlos Alcaraz 6-3, 7-6. Like Sinner earlier today, he'll want to do better at getting more first serves in, better on serve, and hit a few less errors. But listen, he played a good match, a clutch match, and he was clutch when he needed it, just like Yannick earlier today. Appreciate anybody who joined into the stream. Also appreciate anybody who joined into the Sinner stream earlier. Early rounds of Canada will be here for the rest of this tournament. Excited for what the rest has to bring. And yeah, fun as always. Appreciate everybody joining in. Matt, Sean, Ghost, Max. Always appreciate you. Max, you've been here from the start. Ghost as well for my first streams. I'm still not, I haven't done a whole lot, but appreciate all y'all. So anyway, thank you all for joining in. Hour and 39 minutes. World number one, Carlos Alcaraz gets the win. 6-3, 7-6. Next match, he's got Hubie Hurkacz. It's his first win since Novak Djokovic at Wimbledon. And he got the win, 6-3, 7-6. He was clutch when he needed it. That's been a pattern with Carlitos. He gets the win over fellow 20-year-old. He improves to 13-match winning streak on the season. And look, he's going to be tough to beat in Toronto. It's only his first match. He's going to improve as the event goes on. That's the pattern of Carlos. We should expect it. He's going to be tough to beat. And yeah, I'm excited to see Carlos for the rest of this tournament. And I think we're going to see some good matches as the event goes on. Carlos Alcaraz gets the win over Ben Shelton. See you guys for more matches in Canada.